Hello everybody, welcome to another quick video. Now what I want to talk about today is essentially how it seems to be very much a case of, especially with sort of the YouTube environment, you're told you must be a landscape photographer, a wildlife photographer, macro photographer, woodland photographer. There's no sort of cross-pollination between it. Everything's got to be really heavily compartmentalised. I disagree with that completely. When I first took up photography, I would shoot absolutely anything, and it's still the same thing now. I get great joy out of sort of going out with a big lens on, shooting wildlife. I get great joy from wandering around woodland, which is what I'm going to be doing today, and doing the macro side of things. Love it to bits. But I also do enjoy doing the landscape stuff out in the mountains and things like that. So I don't think there's much point in actually sort of pushing that thing where you've got to be, this tiny little sort of section of photography, and that is the only thing you can do. It really helps to sort of spread your wings out and sort of shoot different things. It makes you a better photographer because you're not just looking at one certain thing. So today we're going to go have a wander. We're at Forge Valley up in North Yorkshire. Fantastic bit of ancient woodland. So we're going to wander around. I'm going to be getting some woodland stuff. I've already got some shots of the birds, which are absolutely fantastic. And I've got the stuff in my pocket, and I might do a little bit of macro. I've also got the macro lens in the bag, so I'm going to be chopping and changing, playing around, and basically just having fun. Because basically that's the idea. So let's have a wander, see what sort of things crop up, and if we're lucky we'll get some really nice scenes. So you might be thinking, if you're going out doing multiple different types of photography, you're going to need loads of different lenses. Well, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, I run this 12-100 on the OM1, and frankly it's an astonishing setup. I can get near enough macro with it. In fact, I can get some really nice macro effects, and you can got a reasonable level of telephoto, a full frame equivalent of 24-200, which is a good range. Lets you do plenty of things. I've got the macro lens in the bag, and I've got the 60mm macro with me. It's not the heaviest lens, it's nice and compact, so it doesn't really take up any room. You just throw it in your bag. I've also got, not actually with me, but I've got my sort of 30mm at home, which I sometimes take out with the EM1 Mark 1. And that is a sort of Stanley. It weighs almost nothing. You can sort of just throw it around with you. But what I brought with me today is the Olympus Tough TVG6, which does focus stacking. They've got quite a lot of features actually built in. So if I do some really tight macro, I might use that. But we'll see how it goes. Just having a bit of a wander, see what's around. I've already spotted a nice little bridge back there that I managed to grab a quick snap of, but as you can see over there, some great woodland. We've got the river down there, maybe sort of a chance of some bird life. I've just spotted the cormorant that we're chasing up here, it seems. But yeah, we've got an option to do many things, and I think that's the key to it. It's the enjoyment factor that I get from basically not just tying myself into doing one thing. Some photographers will come out here and go, well, there's nothing there, I'll just go walk through, I can't take a photo. Waste of time. But I like to see different things. I don't sort of think, well, light's wrong, I can't take a shot. Trees are wrong, can't take a shot. Learn to adapt, learn to sort of feel your environment, and don't just compartmentalise yourself into just having one style of photography that means you're then stuck, you can't do anything else. But keep on wandering. Cormorant's actually just parked itself on a branch over there. I might try and grab a quick shot of him there, but we'll see how it comes out. So as far as doing stuff with macro, basically you've got all these sort of areas around here, but what I've actually spotted these little tiny flowers which work really nicely. They've got a lovely background to them. I'll just spin you around and show you. So here they are, and essentially when you're shooting across those, you're getting this lovely sort of soft green background because all the leaf behind it works really well. Just done a quick shot with the 12-100, so I'll stick that up now and you'll see what I mean by, yeah, sort of, you can find stuff as you're wandering around. We've got some lovely trees going on in the background as well. So I've just been around. Some of these are absolutely beautiful, just on the other side of the river. Light's slightly awkward to sort of get the shot at the moment, but the way it's coming across is really, really pretty. But unfortunately, the footpath's actually closed behind us, so we're heading back the other way. But the boardwalk that's set out here is really quite pleasant. It's lovely little S-curves and stuff like that. But yeah, there's lots to be shot here. The bird life's fantastic, singing its head off all around us. But yeah, it's really quite nice. It's a lovely area and ideal for doing various different types of photography, which is exactly what we're after. So again, just wandering along, got a little scene behind us. We've got a bit of the boardwalk, some trees along there. It's not a stunning composition, but it's a lovely little scene. Fantastic group of trees behind it as well, so you get this lovely depth to the image. Just shooting f8 auto ISO in aperture priority, let the shutter speed sort itself out. It's really quite nice to basically just take quick snaps of. Now, one thing that you do tend to find is, especially if you sort of adhere to this sort of compartmentalisation that you've got to fit into a certain genre of photography, it can take the fun out of it. Now, for me, photography is about fun. It's getting out, enjoying being in the outdoors, taking shots. 95% of the shots I take don't really see the light of day, but you get a few that sort of stand out and they'll sort of get thrown up there. But if you're reaching the point where you're taking, say, a good run out. I mean, we've come a good sort of 120 miles from home today. So you're doing that. It's not exactly cheap to do at the moment. Fuel prices aren't the cheapest in the world, but it's something that we do purely because we enjoy the experience of getting out. But say you've done that and you're here just for the photography and you've not seen something that you think is worthwhile photographing, you're going home without a shot. Isn't that a little bit sort of defeatist? Because you're not opening your mind to sort of being able to sort of go and get a couple of shots. Even if you look sort of just as you're coming across here, there's a few trees that you can pick out. Think as well, would it work in black and white? It gives you another angle to look at. You don't need to be sort of stuck in this rut of like, I can't shoot that because it doesn't fit with my sort of assumed role. Yes, there are permanent landscape photographers. Yes, there are permanent wildlife photographers, the permanent woodland photographers, but I like to mix things up, and it just gives you the option to sort of, rather than getting stuck into a rut and you're losing your mojo because you're going out, you're not getting the shots that you want. If you go out with an open mind, it's like, well, might be some woodland here, might be a bit of macro, might be a bit of landscape, could be some birds around. It opens things up and gives you so much more variety that you can go out and enjoy your days out without worrying about, oh, I'm not getting a perfect shot, I'm not getting something that's going to fit in the portfolio. It's not about that, it's about going out and enjoying it. So, what do you think? Is it something you prefer to specialise in a subject, or do you prefer, like me, to be a bit more general and just basically sort of get a bit more out of your outings? I think it changes a bit if you're doing it full time or not full time. Obviously, I don't do it full time. Work fairly hard through the week. For me, the weekends are an escape. Photography just gives me a great excuse to get out in the open and best just enjoy myself. But what do you think? Drop a comment down below. Do you think that specialising is better because it's going to let you hone your skills just on one specific thing, or do you feel like me, shoot a broad spectrum of things and you get a bit more enjoyment out of it? Let us know, and we'll have a bit of a chat about it in the comments. But just a quick reminder, we have got the calendars available to purchase as well. Links just here, and I'll pop a link in the description as well. Go take a look. It'd be really helpful if you could sort of pick one up, really help the channel out. But we'll sort of leave it here for now in these sort of fantastic old woodlands. A few more shots coming up now for you, and a bit of a gallery. But yeah, drop us a comment down below. If you've enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, really helps the channel out. If you really liked it, hit subscribe to see more of this sort of stuff every single week. But yeah, gonna have a bit more of a wander, get some more shots in, and drop them up now for you. But thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care.
Hey, you couldn't see it coming. You might have thought it, but you couldn't change it. Hey, it's not right or wrong. It's about trying, find the silver lining. Rain and fire, highs and lows, you name it. Cold and warmth, laughs and cries, you